Hi Cancer, my lunar brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good, or should I say us, because as you know, you are my lunar brothers and sisters. So this week we have the Lovers card, right? Now, because it's this deck, this card always speaks to, like, yes, there's the usual sort of notes of choice and, you know, what we're choosing to align ourselves with, what we're choosing between. I always feel that energy is there pervading, but whenever I see this card, that really does for me talk about love, relationships, connections, partnerships, sensuality, sexuality. All of this stuff is coming up for review this week, and because it is the key to the week, it's permeating the whole week, right? So you could be putting that sort of essence or sense of love or partnership or mutual respect and care into everything that you do, which is really exciting. For your actions and options, you have the Wheel of Fortune, right? This is great because it means that you are not just creating your own luck, but you're not relying on it. This is about you saying, you know what, I'm going to go after things. This is going to be a week where we're going to see Cancerian people being very bold, very outspoken. We tend to be, I speak for myself when it comes to love. You know, I'm very present for my partner when I'm in a relationship, but I'm quite shy. You know, that first sort of initial contact, I'm a little bit tentative. Like, I'm usually like, hi, you know, like, right, that's just me. Whereas this week, I feel like there's a lot more of a bold energy. It's kind of like, I know what I want. I know what I'm going after. I know what I need in my life. And you're speaking these things, right? This is beautiful. We're just off the back of the solar eclipse in your sign, in our sign collectively, which has really shone a spotlight on you. And it's also started to make you ask yourself, what do I really want? How am I going to get it? And ultimately, am I willing to nurture and nourish myself and protect myself the way that I do for other people? And the answer to that question is absolutely yes. When you start to put yourself first and you start to truly value yourself, the universe follows suit. It doesn't work the other way round. And trust me, it took me the longest time to figure that out. For communications and conversations, we get the Ten of Pentacles, right? So talking about the home, talking about a new home. What do we notice here as well? We've got two tens, right? Which is beautiful. A lot of you could be having big talks and conversations about money, about finances, maybe about welcoming in finances or collaborating with somebody on something that is going to enhance your earning power, which is really, really exciting. The fact that we have the two tens here as well, the fact that we have two tens here as well is all to do with change. There's a change of something. There's a change of the way that you show up, maybe a change of partnership, you know, when it comes to your collaborations, maybe a change of direction for some of you, maybe a change in your finances that could be absolutely great, which is really exciting. For money and materials, we have the Page of Wands, right? So this sees us really focused now on what it is that we are creating. This is about working behind the scenes on some sort of a project, on maybe some sort of maybe on something that you want to get out there, because remember, the Page of Wands is very active energy and it usually talks about messages that are coming in. So there is some very good news coming in here for us Cancerian energy types, about money, about finances, about something that we are doing, something that we're working on. Some sort of opportunity comes in here and it's because of work or efforts that you've already put in. So it's kind of like maybe somebody's reaching out to you this week to say to you, look, you know what, you want to work with me? Do you want to collaborate? Like, you know, I'm happy to give you a percentage, all of that sort of stuff. Just be open to it, right? At least have the conversation. When it comes to money and finances as well, your Page of Wands sees you being very proactive about how to enhance your earning potential and earning ability. And it looks like you're having some sort of conversation about that as well. When it comes to your materials, so when it comes to your physical health and vitality looks off the charts this week, right? This is brilliant, and it makes total sense because the sun is now in Cancer, so you are being relit, re-energized, re-illuminated, right? The sun has traveled the entire zodiac, gathering knowledge and wisdom in all of those other sectors, and is now in your sign, ready to disseminate all of that, but also to assist you in assimilating all of that. No, Borg. So I'm a giant geek, as I'm sure many of you have figured out, but assimilating all of that knowledge that he spent the entire year coming around to. If you're celebrating this week, a happy damn birthday to you. Remember to fill your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want this entire year to have in it. So this is lovely. And then when it comes to the home, it looks like in lots of practical ways, you're doing lots of little things, like around the house, maybe pottering about the house and just feeling the energy of the place and be like, yeah, this feels good. This is nice. It's just lovely. This is a really great energy. For the love and relations, we have the Page of Swords. So this is an interesting one, right? So you've got 2 pages here. Now, you've got 2 pages and you've got 2 tens. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about, for those of you that are single, it does look like this week you are meeting somebody, right? You are alike. Connections, collaborations, all of that sort of stuff seems to be coming up. Now, the thing that I'm really interested in here is, for me, the Page of Swords is always an initiation. It can be an interview, like, do you know what I mean? Where you go through the process of gaining some sort of knowledge, some sort of wisdom, and your Page of Swords in specific as well is where it's almost like where you use for some of you, your gift of the gab. It looks like you're being very much forthcoming, right? So which I really like. Your 2 tens is represents change, whereas your 2 pages, your pages are new markers. They're very similar to the aces in a respect, because they tend to bring messages, they tend to bring new avenues. Sorry, I'm going to put my phone down. Go away. And it looks like whatever it is that's making its way into your life or your world this week, it's not going to be quiet. So if this is a person, for those of you that are single, I said this to the Taurians as well, whatever or whoever is coming in comes in a big way. They're about as subtle as a brick. I actually feel like there's going to be some sort of financial blessing that shows up this week as well. What you do with it is obviously going to be your choice. And then for those of you that are partnered, this looks like you and your partner are just going to be like, it's just a very loud energy. Now that doesn't mean that you're arguing, it just means that you guys are going to be making more noise. You might even if you're not that sort of person usually, you might be a bit more of a PDA sort of person or couple this week, public display of affection. So all in all, this is a really nice week. I don't see any issues or anything this week. It just looks like a really nice week. A lot of alignment when it comes to connections, collaborations and partnerships though, and financially that looks like something that is showing up that is going to be really tasty this week. So I'm really intrigued because this is my moon sign. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care and I'll see you soon.